Haha. I am Tulip's videographer, in case you didn't know. Tim. Tulip and Tim. Tim and Tulip. Hold on. I'm gonna do this little flip sequence. Hold on. Boom. And this is how we normally kind of walk around. Now, we're out for a walk, so she's been walking. We did like an extra long walk. I just wanted to say hello to everyone and tell you what a privilege it is just to even be alive. Seriously. When you take your gratitude just for every breath, for every beat of your heart, for being able to walk, for having the children that you have in your life. I wanted to tell you just briefly, because I haven't shared it with you, that Tulip's been in my life for a really, really long time. And thankfully, everything's great, phenomenal. We had a surgery a couple of years ago. They found a little lump on her during an examination about something else. Took it out, and everything's been cool. It was benign. Look at her. And Tulip turned 13 last November. I got her when I was married some years ago. My then wife wanted her. And that didn't work out, as things sometimes work out differently. It did work out in the way that it's supposed to, I suppose is the best way to say it. But it didn't work out in the way that we stayed together and that she was with Tulip. And so that's how it came to be, because I didn't have a thing in my head like, hey, I want to get this Chihuahua. I'm going to get a little female Chihuahua who's a little dumpling. And so back in November of 2013, we had gotten her. Hey, I'm just shooting a video here real super quick.
Oh, okay.
Everything cool?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm just gonna say, man, I see you coming by here. I like that car you got. You ought to let a brother borrow it.
Yeah, I got you, man. All right, man. I appreciate you. All right. Sorry about that. My neighbor just saying hello. So, when we got her in November of 2013, she was 2. So she was born November of 2011. And when all of a sudden in July of 2016, the end of July, I found myself like, hey, just me and Tulip and me and my cat, Oscar, who's still with us. I'll tell you about him next time. She was like, Dad, what are we gonna do? What are you gonna do with me? You don't know anything about taking care of me. Am I staying here in the house? Like, what's going on? And I was like, baby, loyalty is something that's really important. And my 2 things that I think about with Tulip all the time are this. Here's my new home in St. Pete, by the way, since the storm. Same car been in my driveway for a really super long time. And I'm grateful, so grateful. We'll talk about that too, because the only reason we're here is because a giant tree fell on the house. Boom. I needed to just sit. And it completely changed our lives. We're somewhere else now. We're in St. Petersburg, Florida. We were in Tampa. And anyway, back to Tulip, because that's what this video is about. And I clip her little nails a little bit too. I was taking her to one place and I'm not taking her there, and she doesn't let me do it, so I got to take her somewhere else, in case you were wondering about that. But she was looking at the 2 things that I think of. Sorry, I'm like a squirrel here. Is that number 1, I've come to know that the animals that choose us in our lives, they choose us, okay? Whatever dog or cat or other animal that you have or have had, whether he or she is still with you, that baby chose you, trusted you, depended on you. And I know you did great, because some of my friends that are listening to me right now are like, man, I just had to say goodbye to my baby. And I've done these things before. Sometimes it's coming, doesn't make it any easier. It's some extended period of time where they're older. Sometimes they're young and they just get sick, like really, they just were really healthy right up until they weren't. And then everything changed, and then they were just gone. And that happened to me a couple of years ago with a 5-year-old dog that I had, and I really felt like I messed up, because you feel like as their parent, as their baby mama or baby daddy, that you should know everything and be able to fix everything and protect them. Because when they chose you, part of your job is being a bodyguard, being a nutritionist, being an exercise specialist, being a disciplinarian, being a chef. I could go on. Maybe I left a few things out. I'm gonna leave you with this one too, because this is my other part of the attitude, and I feel this way, and I want you to know this from the bottom of my heart. My attitude towards Tulip, my little baby, look how beautiful. Yeah, face. My attitude toward Tulip, as it is with Oscar, and I have 2 other dogs. I'll tell you about that next time too. That's Bear and Tigger. There's a story behind all this, and I just want to share some of it with you, and I'd like you to share stuff with me, because I find it very interesting, the story behind how did this little child come to be in your life, in your heart, and in your home. And where I'm closing this out is this, and this is how I feel about you. This is the question I'm going to ask you, and it's the question I ask Tulip every day, and Oscar every day here in the house, and Bear and Tigger, and I ask the universe, and most importantly, I ask God, how may I serve you? How may I serve you with my hands? Here's one of them. There's the other one. I use these hands to serve Tulip. I want to use my hands, my heart, my voice, my face. If that doesn't get the door slammed in yours. My ears and eyes, my mind. And I know I said heart a minute ago, but I really want you to know that if we put our hearts together, we can change the consciousness of mankind. We can change the course of our own future, even when things seem bleak and hopeless. They only are if you don't have your faith, and if you isolate and you stay away from your creator, God, the universe, whatever you want to say. And when you get farther away from your brothers and sisters, because at the end of the day, we are all one. All right? From Tulip and I to you, thank you for watching this. I've missed you so much, and I've got a lot of sort of Mr. Holland's opus stuff going on here. The magnum opus I'm working on. And in order to do that, I couldn't be dancing with you guys out here in the spotlight and in the sun. I've had to be here in this place. And it all came because I kept my faith and asked God to take me to a place where I could create a new life. And I just want to close this out with one more thing. Thank you, God. My mom always says, thank God first. Thank you, Mom. I promise you, every one of you that hears my voice right now, that everything that I've been, everything good anyway, anything that I am, anything that I ever will be of any noteworthiness, I would not be without my mother, without Mimi. She is just the greatest person ever. And everything that I'm doing is because of God and because of her, and it's because of you, and it's for you. Whatever I can do, how may I serve you? So long for now. Till need.